Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to this week's meeting of Essex Business Forum. Because the clocks have gone back, it's light, which will last for a little while. Right. Our last week here, so make the most of it. Thanks, Neil, really, for the breakfast over the last 4 weeks. Been excellent. So, let's get moving. Good morning, I'm Aidan Squire, I'm the meeting chairman. I am ably assisted in carrying out my duties at the meeting by my leadership team. The upstanding, please introduce yourselves.
Good morning, I'm Brian, Social Secretary.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I'm Terry, deal with membership and recruitment matters.
Good morning.
Good morning, I'm Scott, your meeting secretary and handsome face of live chat.
And I am standing in for Ben.
Ben.
This week. Okay, thanks, John. Please be seated.
Just say Ben and then.
So getting on with the meeting, first off is the Performance League. So I'll hand over to Scott.
So October is finished, we're into a new month, so I can announce how October finished up performance-wise. Just looking through all the stats, there's some clear, obvious Champions League players, and there's a little bit of Vauxhall Conference at the bottom. So go through and just classify, see where you are, see what you could do perhaps to improve yourself. But the top four. Fourth place, my buddy Paul, well done to you. Third place was Terry. Last minute come in and broke up the holy trinity of three creatives at the top. So well done to you.
Bit of violence.
Second place, myself on 192, but the runaway leader was Matt for October. Well done, Matt. 254 points. Brian will get you another certificate for the wall. I've got a new office with plenty of wall space. So there you go. I'll pass that round and see what you think.
Thoroughly ill-prepared as I am, it will be my job now to introduce the education slot. Anybody going to own up to doing it? Terry.
I'll give it a go.
Go on.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Your 60-second presentation, this is Aidan's phrase and I like it, is your opportunity to showcase your business to us in 60 seconds. It's your one chance each week, apart from the 10 minutes, it's your one chance each week to get your business out to us and tell us what you want, perhaps what you don't want, what horrors you've had, what delights you've had. It's your one chance each week to get that message across to us, so don't waste it. The 60-second presentation is a very difficult skill to perfect. My father used to teach public speaking, and he said it is one of the most difficult things to do, even teaching people, because within the 60 seconds you've got to do your introduction, your body and your conclusion. Get your message through in that. Very difficult to do. And it's quite an art, and you need to practice it, basically. Some people waste their 60 seconds. They'll talk about a charity event or something they're doing. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's an opportunity at the end. If you want to make an announcement, you want to promote something you're doing, I know Matt, you're quite a keen, charitable person, you can always say at the end, when Aidan says, has anyone got anything else to say, that's your opportunity. Put your hand up, and you can usually get away with a couple of minutes, and you get a chance to promote what you're doing. So don't waste it on that. And the other thing is your message, and it's all very well sometimes having a poem or something, and poems are lovely and they cheer us all up and make us smile. But are they actually promoting your business? If they are, great. And we had the Bard of Hadley, those of you remember Kevin Radford. Not only did he do a poem, but it was, if you listen to it, it was always on point. It was very cleverly done, and it was, he was looking for a point in his business. So very, very cleverly done, and something perhaps to aspire to. Props are a great way also of promoting your business. Alan Muller here used to, and you haven't done it for because you haven't been here, Alan, but used to be very, very good at providing a prop. Yeah. And he'd more often than not sell it. It might be a small light or a device or something. And cleverly, if you got it right, it's one that had to be wired in. So, it's a referral point. So props are a really good way. I mean, where's James? Props are, exactly. Your business lends itself very well to props. So there's something to think about for your type of business. So in conclusion, don't waste your 60 seconds. It is your only opportunity every week to showcase your business to us and tell us what you're after and help us look for business for you. There you go.
Exactly what I said last week.
Yeah, thanks, Terry. As the business card box is set off on its own down there, keep it going round, make sure you're adequately represented in there, and take the cards you might need for making referrals. That leads us into the 60-second round. Your chance to showcase your business in 60 seconds.
Wait, it's my catch line.
Last week, Jane won the Oscar. She will be listening out carefully and will award the Oscar at the end of this round. So, got to mention, Vincent is our. Where's your bell gone, Vince?
There.
Ah, there we go. He will be making noises after 50 seconds and after 60 seconds.
Left hand for this one.
When you hear the left-handed one, immediately wind down and sign off, please. We've got, subject to Freddie and Rob being here and another guys, we've got 24 people today, which is a great turnout, which is good. Thank you very much for your presence today. Let's make it tell in the 60-second round. So without more ado, I'll get underway. First up will be Jane, who will be then allowing herself time to do whatever she needs to do to award the Oscar. Jane, you're off, and you'll be followed by William.
Jane Mannion from the English Green Tea Company. So sometimes I think we're in the sticker business because we have these important ones, perishable goods. We've got to make the courier deliver them quickly. We've got keep me cool. Then we've got, for the fussy ones, we've got people that say, oh, I don't eat sultanas, so we've got plain scones for those. And of course we've got vegetarian, we've got vegan, we've got gluten-free. But perhaps the most important one is we've got the Great Taste Awards. So please bear us in mind for all your deliciousness that we can send out as gifts. And each week I'm just bringing one or two things at a discounted rate. Grab them if they're of interest. Health and Wellness Green Tea Blenders Kit. Lockdown price. Set of 3 luxury jams with an etiquette tip booklet as well.
Sold.
£8,000, it's a bomb.
An immediate referral during the round rather than immediately afterwards. Excellent. Thank you, Jane. William, you are next, followed by Vincent.
Morning guys, so William Werner from Breakwater Commercial and Capital Advisors. We are NACFB members and we are regulated by the FCA, so we have to treat our customers fairly. We deal with a diversified type of client from SMEs, people like yourselves who want to expand their business, acquire a commercial mortgage, they want to they need cash flow for a situation, or they need to acquire equipment, and now also cars, and all part of that business we can finance. But interestingly now, the world is merging again into this attack on property. I'm seeing a massive attack, I'm in London today, I'm seeing all guys now talking about space, like in America, airspace. And what I'm seeing now is a big investment into running around, throwing up people who've got freeholds, who find out they've got a flat roof, can they build it? Yes, let's go for it. So it's very interesting how the world dynamics are changing. So if you want any conversation or advice regarding any commercial, William Werner, Breakwater Commercial Advisor. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Will. Vincent, you're next, and you're followed by Mike Skinner.
Hello everyone, Vincent from Speedprint. A graphic designer called Nicola asked a question on Facebook recently, asking for recommendations for a printing company who could turn around letterheads and stickers quickly. A former client of mine and a Facebook friend, Johnny Rose, said, and I quote, "My friend Vincent Good is a printing god." Contact was made, quote submitted, files sent across, and the jobs were printed and dispatched by good old DHL direct to the client. But it doesn't end there. I received an email from Nicola the day following delivery. I should say I always worry when I get an email immediately after delivery. I think, oh, what's gone wrong? Eek! But she wrote, "The letterheads and stickers have been received by Simon. He's very happy with them. Thanks for your great service. It was good working with you, and hopefully there'll be more." So if anyone out there in Facebook land asks for a recommendation for a printing company, please put my name forward. So that's Vincent from Speedprint, your printing god.
Oh, I can't buzz you out.
I'll just do it anyway.
Thank you, Lord. And for what we're about to receive next is Sarah, and she will be. Yeah, sorry. Go on. Mike, please go. Stand before your camera.
There's only Sarah at weekends.
Good morning, I'm Sarah. As I'm sure Scott would back up, one of the most vital parts of search engine optimisation is producing regular content. By posting frequent blogs, videos and media, the company websites give a much higher prominence on search engine results. One of the services I offer at Blackwater Media is regular content plans. For a monthly fee, discounted compared to one-off projects, I can provide consistent media for the company to output. As an example, one company I work with book in 2 days a month, usually half a day's filming and a day and a half's editing time. And from this, are provided with one 3-minute video and 3 30-second videos each month, allowing them to post weekly with minimum inconvenience to their work pattern. If they have any special events on, time can be shifted about or extra time added. They benefit from a regular monthly cost, savings over booking one-off projects and ticking off a part of their marketing without having to reorganise each time. I can also provide regular content plans using footage provided by the company, such as editing together their own in-house footage or produce content using stock footage if their premises doesn't suit in-house filming. If you know any companies that could benefit from my regular content plans, I'd love to talk through the benefits with them. That's Mike at Blackwater Media. Thank you. Sorry.
That's what you call a fast 60 seconds. Well done. Sarah, go for it.
Hello, my name is Monique. From Better With Money, and we provide financial education in the workplace to help people reduce their money stress. Now, today's just a reminder that next week is a very important national campaign. It is Talk Money Week. So basically the campaign is trying to encourage friends, families, colleagues to talk about money, to just make it easier, because we all hate talking about money in the UK. It's one of those things. So forgive me, I am going to send around again later today by email the link to the 2 free webinars that we are providing next week. One is about the State Pension Explained. The other one is a little bit more jolly, fix your festive finances, how to budget for Christmas. But we're not doing this completely selflessly, because last year when we did this, it was actually our biggest, most successful way of getting new business. We won 3 new clients off the back of it. So if you have any friends who work in HR or reward and you think that they might be interested, they want to send it out to their employees, they are open to anybody. So please forward on the emails, and I would love to see you all at our webinars next week. Thank you. Sarah Better With Money.
Thanks, Sarah. Standing in for Freddie is Scott Griffiths, and he will be followed by Neil, who's standing in for Rod.
Well, good morning. Scott from SEO, building all kinds of websites and internet products and services for all kinds of businesses. Today I'm spending most of my day at a virtual conference. Should normally be in London in Regent Street at a big posh hotel with beer and food, and unfortunately I'm going to be at my desk drinking tea. But it's just about the fast moving world that we live in. It's looking at new trends, new ways of doing things. My business doesn't sit still for a minute, so we've got to stay on the edge and keep up to date with things. What I'm looking for are clients and friends of yours whose websites have stood still for way too long, that just need to be uplifted, enhanced, fresh content, but a whole fresh look. So somebody, any owners of websites that are just a bit stale, dull, or that you've been to and you haven't seen them change for a long time. So anything like that, please put in touch. Be very happy just to give a quick review. Thank you, Vince.
Thanks, Scott. Neil, you're next, and you're followed by Richard Reed.
Hi everyone, Neil from Any Event Catering and Chili Republic. We've been so busy on catering for so long. I'm been quite grateful if we left it a week before I received any more recommendations. really do with a week off. But however, Chili Republic is inching ever closer to launch. I know it feels like it's been a long time in the making. Myself and Matt, myself and Paul, getting over the finishing line with some of these projects. So it won't be long before I'll be coming arms laden full with samples. I'm looking forward to having a few days off. So thank you very much and have a great week. Thank you.
Thanks, Neil. Max, you're followed by Alison.
Good morning everyone, Matt Barry from Blue Seraph. It's been quite a busy week, but a very exciting week. We've had 4 new business opportunities that have hit our desks, offices, and 3 of them actually have come from relationship building. So basically they're clients that have moved on to new companies, and it's something that we really value ourselves at Blue Seraph. It's not just sort of doing the job and then that's it. It's about building that relationship, and it's something that we were really keen on doing during lockdown. Even the clients that weren't working, we kept in contact with them, we kept engaged with them, asked them how their dog was, how their family was, whatever. But those relationships have meant that our business is now thriving, and that's it's a really, really key thing, and that's a sort of credit to the whole team. So it's very exciting times at Blue Seraph, and we look forward to more opportunities coming. So that's Matt from Blue Seraph.
Thanks, Matt. Alison is followed by Stuart Morton.
Good morning everybody, Alison from Unique Minds Counselling. Recently we've had quite a few new referrals that have sadly received inadequate treatment from the NHS for mental health services, maybe CAMS, eating disorder clinics. And one client I started working with a few weeks ago, she's only 16, she's struggling with anorexia, she was sectioned for 3 months earlier this year. And she has had really bad support from the eating disorders clinic, from CAMS, from the hospital itself, and she feels that she is the eating disorder rather than a human being. And I started working with her, and she's basically told me this week that at last she actually feels like a human being again, and that just literally just blows me away. We often call ourselves at Unique Minds the fourth emergency service, so if you know anybody that has had a bad experience within the NHS mental health services and they'd like to have a chat with me, please put them my way. So it's Alison Bain, Unique Minds Counselling. Thank you.
Thanks, Alison.
Stuart. Tone down, don't I?
Stuart, you will be followed by Nick Cook.
Good morning everybody, Stuart from LG Networks. As you know, we deal with all types of business telecommunications, and obviously we can't ignore the good old-fashioned mobile phone. Not quite so old-fashioned now. Really important part of business kit. Not only is it great for timing your EBF 60 seconds, but you want to take it away when you go on holiday. Now we look for business accounts, okay, so really kind of 5 users and upwards. A customer of ours decided to take him, he's the MD, and his wife away on holiday for 2 weeks in the Maldives. Now, we offer all of our customers a cap on their spend and a data bar as well. This customer, I don't need that, I'm the MD, so off he goes. And the guy, obviously off of his 2 weeks in the Maldives, him and his wife, well, let's take a rough guess what they ran up on there, what you two I've told you.
£2 grand.
£8,000. Just a shade over £21,000.
Oh my God.
on their data. They used it basically, didn't bother with the Wi-Fi, just used the international data roaming, and that's a huge bill. The funniest bit, which I thought was when we phoned to tell them that they had run up this huge bill, cost them £7. We thought that was a little bit funny.
Thank you very much, Stuart. Nick Cook, followed by Colin O'Connor.
Well, good morning, my name's Nick, as you know, and I'm a structural engineer. Now, in addition to preparing structural designs and carrying out inspections on houses, I do a bit of party wall ash work. Now, I thought I'd just give that a quick mention. Now, put very simply, if a homeowner wants to carry out work to their house, and that work carries the risk of causing damage to the house next door, then the Party Wall Act provides a means of enabling homeowners to do just that, whilst protecting as best as possible the neighbour's property. A very good example of that would be if you have a neighbour who's planning to build an extension, say, close to your house, and you're worried about what might happen to your house when the JCB arrives to start digging the trench at 8 o'clock in the morning, just call me. I haven't got time to go through it all in 60 seconds. I'll tell you all you need to know about safeguarding your property. That's Nick Cook & Associates, building solutions for your structural problems.
Thanks, Nick. Colin, you're followed by Terry.
Good morning, I'm Colin O'Connor, company's Blueprint Consulting, and we provide health and safety advice and training. And very often, excuse me, people will say, oh, health and safety, oh, that's all just common sense. And also, on various weeks, I've said how the HSE, which is the government organisation that looks after health and safety, is becoming, or has become, more aggressive. In my inbox, I get stuff that comes in from the institutions and whatever, and as you can see this, there's a nice picture of a lorry. It's actually a crane. So a nice lorry popped up on someone's drive. The lorry didn't collapse. No one was hurt. There was no accident. HSE fine £14,000. This one, actually the same job. So like scaffold. Looks lovely. £50,000 fine. If you want to know why, give me a call. Thank you.
Thanks, Colin. From here, that looked like the Arc de Triomphe. Terry, you're next, followed by Tina.
Yeah, good morning again, everybody. Terry Malin from TM Law Solicitors. As you know, over the past few weeks, we've been telling you how the landlord and tenant provisions have now been relaxed again after all the COVID restrictions. Notice periods are back to normal. Court proceedings back to normal-ish. Some of you I told a tale earlier about how they're not quite. But anyway, what I'm looking for any of you around the table is if any of you know any letting agents, know how well you know them, just know them, and you know any details of them, you've used them, please ping me over their details or maybe introduce me to them. I'd love to talk to them because even though they might not have a lot, it'd nice to be an introduction to them to start building again now that landlord and tenant law is moving. Terry Malin, TM Law. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Terry. We've had Terry. Next is Tina, followed by Toby.
Teas. The 3 T's. 3 Musketeers. No, not really.
Have you started yet?
No, I am now.
Right, go.
Good morning, my name's Tina. My company's called Liberty Executive Services. I offer a secretarial and admin service. Now, it's not long now before the C word, and there's people out there still panicking because they're still trying to get on top of all their work that they've been putting off, and they know that this word's coming up and they're going to have time off at Christmas. They are said it now. So if you know anybody that needs any support, please pass my details, I'll be able to help. That's me, Tina, Liberty Executive Services. I'm not a 9 to 5, I'm a start to finish.
Thanks, Tina. That's Terry, that's Tina. Toby's next, followed by that other bloke called Paul.
Morning, everyone. If we're the 3 Musketeers, does that make Vince D'Artagnan?
Have you started yet?
No, I haven't. Start. That's it. Go.
Right.
Morning, everybody. I thought, as I've finally got my new tooth, I'd do a long, convoluted, what's the word? Anecdote. No, I've forgotten the word now. Bugger. About relating dental work to business, about how you've got to make tough decisions and you have to outsource things and get resource from outside. So I've now got bits of pig and cow in my mouth, and how you have to build strong foundations and get the bone graft and everything. But to be frank, I couldn't be bothered to do a long one, so I'm just going to smile at you all. I'm wasting my 60 seconds. There you go. Oh, and also, if you want to now refer me to people you're scared of referring me to in the past, you can.
Bits of cow and bits of pig. A toothpick will do you just a job. That other bloke called Paul.
Good morning, everyone. Paul DeLude, Redvine Limited. We're a communications agency. We want you to write a template email, a client said the other day, to send to people about what we sell. But we're not really sure what to say. We want it to help break the ice, so we can give them a call for a chat and tell them about the things that we sell, especially this thing, and that thing, and that thing, and this thing, and that thing, and that. Of course, I say, I can do that. Redvine helps businesses communicate well. But have you considered what they're interested in, rather than what your business has to sell? Because people are incredibly busy, and your email will end up in the trash. If what you're flogging doesn't relate to what they do, it will be a waste of your time and your cash. In truth, they hadn't considered this, and so they've changed their tack quite a deal. They're now contacting folk about relevant things, products that are likely to appeal. And that's one more reason people use us, because we also provide communications advice. So if you know any businesses that need expert help, refer them to Redvine to make their comms clear and concise.
Thank you very much indeed, Paul. Mike Rogers is next, followed by Brian Painter.
Morning everybody, my name is Mike Rogers. I'm from the Mortgage Store and I'm a mortgage broker. Now most of you won't have noticed me here for the last 10 years because I've been sitting on my bum with nothing to do and nothing interesting to say. All of a sudden that's going to change because my phone is about to light up with people going, "Oh, interest rates are going up, my mortgage is going to cost more, help, what do I do?" I'll tell you what you do, you tell them to phone me because I can, before all the decent rates disappear, I can reserve them a decent fixed rate product on a 6-month mortgage offer. So if anybody knows anybody whose current mortgage deal is due to end any time in the next 6 months, they need to be talking to me now so I can reserve them a rate now at today's rates that can go into force any time in the next 6 months when rates have gone back up to 13%. Remember those days? I do. So it's Mike Rogers at the Mortgage Store, finally with something to say.
I don't think anybody's ever accused you of that. But Brian, you're next, followed by Alan Moller.
Thank you. Morning everybody, Brian Peter, hypnotherapist, Pilgrim Hypnotherapy. Metaphors play a wonderful part in therapy because they totally bypass the conscious mind and go directly to the subconscious. Now, before I went on holiday, I mentioned about this little girl who wouldn't come and see me, who wouldn't let go of her poo. She had her 3rd session on Monday. What I did, I told a story about 2 little girls, Mary and Jane, who were friends since they were so big, went to their senior school. Jane became very jealous of Mary, started telling lies that Mary still wanted friends. So I said, clearly she held on for too long. It was time to let go. You can hold on to things for much too long that don't do you any good. It's more beneficial to let them go. And this is how the stories went, holding on and letting go. And her father phoned me on Tuesday to say, success, that would be just over 3 weeks since she visited the bathroom. And normally when that happens, she would go another 2 weeks, but Monday was fine and Tuesday was also fine. So, Brian Payne, hypnotherapist, Pilgrim Hypnotherapy, help is just a phone call away.
Thank you, Brian.
Did you read? I didn't hear.
Howard will follow Alan Moller.
Morning all, Alan here from Cable Pen, your local NRC registered electrician. Now I'd like to tell you about a job that I've been on this week. It's a masonette based over in Brentwood and there's sort of various works going on. Probably just getting ready to get sold at some point, early part of next year. So I went and looked at the job and looked at the consumer unit, had a nice label on there. Date of last inspection was March this year. I thought, well, that's a good start. So with that, started commencing my works, getting some cables installed in the kitchen, etc. And then it came to sort of like going on to the existing circuit. And I started scratching below the surface and thinking, hang on, what's that word? Turd. And I thought, I'm not liking this. And the more I scratched, the messier it got. And I've still got 8 seconds left. And so that is dark. So for all people who rent properties out, make sure you get a decent sparks in for your inspection because there are some fly-by-nights. Cheers.
Thanks, Alan. Howard.
Morning, everyone. I'll work from Clear Financial Advice. We're independent financial advisors in Ramsden Heath. Hands up if you like a guarantee.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. Hands up if you'd like to make a guaranteed loss on any investments. Okay. That's what's going to happen to your cash because inflation is up here and interest rates are down here. And even though interest rates are going up, they're not going to catch up to inflation. Now, should you hold money in the bank? Absolutely you should, for day-to-day expenditure and emergency funds. If you've got some planned expenditure in the next 3-5 years, like doing work in the house, cash is very, very important, you should have some. But if you have excess cash, maybe it's something to do something alternative with it, make it a bit more proactive. So that's when people come and speak to me. I turn away clients all the time, but they want to make investments, but they want to keep it in place for 2 years. No, absolutely, these are long-term things. So I'm quite happy to tell clients what not to do, but sometimes it's good to do something. Thank you.
Thanks, Howard. Aidan Squire from TM Law, solicitors based in Wickford. An existing client has recently started instructing me regarding commercial leases. 2 leases weren't registered properly. I redrew them. 1 lease needed extending, so I did a deed of variation. And yesterday, I received fresh instructions for a new transaction, creating a lease for a new tenant for premises in London. They have previously used London solicitors. I hope it was my expertise that attracted them rather than what I suspect might be a price factor. Yes, I'm experienced in commercial leases and not as expensive as London solicitors. So this week I'm asking you to look out for landlords with commercial premises. For the client that wants that little bit more, send them to me at TM Law. And I think the next person up is the last person up, and that's Paul.
Good morning, Paul Booth from Booth & Co, Chartered Certified Accountants based in Brentwood. Not looking for referrals today, thank you, but I do have 2 office rooms at Hermitage available for rent. One is a decent sized room which would easily fit 3 or 4 people. That's £650 a month, and another one, including a parking space. Another one is £150 a month. It's a tiny room with no parking spaces. So if you know anyone that is looking for office space in the Brentwood area, please put them my way. That's Paul Booth from Booth & Co. Minimize tax.
Presumably the small one, it's a bike, isn't it? We also have Richard Reed. Did I see you on the list, Richard?
Yep, you called my name. I was supposed to be after Neil and then you skipped me.
There you are. You've got to go last and we're all listening. Richard.
Exactly. As well. Richard Reed, comes Prestige Holidays and Travel Limited, independent travel consultant. Back in the fold, back at work, enjoying it. So basically, whatever you're looking to do, I can organise it for you. It won't cost you anything else. If I find that there's another supplier doing something better and I can't match the price, I'll tell you. Because that's the way my clients keep coming back to me. They can't lose, basically. And they come to me because I can reassure them, and what people need out there at the moment is reassurance because of all the changing situations. I got in touch with someone yesterday. I would give them all information about the trip they've got upcoming. They're going on Monday. She was ahead of the gun. She'd done a PCR test too soon, regardless of the advice I've given her. So I've had to tell her that and wake up and do it all again on Saturday. But so if you want to book with me safely and you want that security, then it's Richard at Prestige. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Richard. You were by no means the least, but you were definitely the last. That's the end of the 62nd round. So over to Jane and the award of the Oscar.
Thank you. Well, what a lot to choose from today. Well done, everybody. So we had the Have We Started Yet Printing God over there. That was great. Successful Booze, very important. The talk about money, Talking Money Week, I think that's awesome, very important too. Love to learn about somebody's unfortunate £21,000 mobile phone bill. Makes me look marvellous in comparison. And of course the importance of making people feel human. Let's not forget that. That's really important. Well done, all those people. Today's Oscar, though, is going to Matt because he reminded us that essentially the importance of relationship building is what business is all about. Well done.
Thank you very much, Jane. I'm sure the decision wasn't based on whether you could reach them to the Oscar. Well done, Matt, and you've done it in front of the cameras, which is okay. Thank you very much.
Can we take it back if we
need a streak.
That might be played back
We need
to
a
you
streak.
to your embarrassment. It just keeps on giving, doesn't it?
Little meme.
Now it is, as usual, the meeting secretary's report, and so I'll hand you over to Scott.
Rightio. Well, getting back into the memory of passing around your various bits of paper, thank you for those. We have recorded, I think, unless anyone's got any more, 19 new referral opportunities this week. So opportunities to do new business, that's really good. Thank you. So that's what I've got to say about referrals. Moving on, I wanted to talk about a Visitors' Day. which I think Aidan introduced to you last week. So next week will be our first meeting back at Calcott Hall, at our regular venue. The following week is the 18th, and that is going to be our visitors' event. I've put together a page on the EBF website, which I'm going to email out to you all as a link, but it's really quite straightforward. It's essexbusinessforum.com/visitors-day. So just try and remember that. If we're able to invite as many people as possible along, let's send them to that page, whether it's via a WhatsApp or an email message or however you choose to do it, and just get them to complete a really simple form that asks them what their business is, some really basic contact details, and just lets us know how many people we can expect. So thinking ahead, if everybody here invited just one person to come along, imagine how awesome a network meeting would be with double the numbers in the room. If we can all achieve half a visitor, I think that would be the perfect number. I'm not going to ask you to bring half, because that means half of you will do bugger all. So everybody target and bring at least one guest. Don't limit yourself to one. If you know 3, 4, 12 businesses that could benefit from coming around the table, invite them along, however you choose. My top list of professions that I think we need to target and actively invite to the group. We need to find a new IT professional to replace David, who can't be with us anymore. That's, for me, that's number one on my priority list. We need a general builder, somebody that can come in and do simple homeworks, that kind of thing. And from the builder, we want all the related trades. We need a plumber. We need a plasterer. Ultimately, we will need a replacement electrician once Alan moves on. We need a new estate agent. Who do we know that's in that market that we can rely on and trust? We need an insolvency practitioner. Anybody in the garden trades would do so well in a group like this. That's my hot list. But you'll all have your own list of businesses who you think might be relevant to you. So please go out there, put in some effort, and invite some members for the 18th. Normal times, we will be rewarding those people who invite visitors that join and guest with some Amazon vouchers. So there is an incentive for you to get it out there and to help us grow the group. The bigger the group, the bigger this all is for us all, and the better it is for us all. Any questions, talk to any of the leadership team and we'll hopefully be able to help you on that. And just the last point, the last point is, if you can't make it along to the 18th for whatever reason, it's not an excuse to not invite people, because we will pick them up, hold their hands and walk them through the day. So we really just want an effort, please, to grow the group as many people as possible.
Thanks very much, Scott. Yes, hand-holding, finish on hand-holding. We will all try and invite people, and hopefully we will all be successful in inviting somebody. 24 here today, that would make it 24 visitors. That's not going to happen. But if you are inviting people and you've got 2 or 3 coming, then we'll talk about it next week maybe. Link up with somebody who isn't going to be able to invite somebody, and they can help with the hand-holding process. Right, that leads us, not almost effortlessly, but maybe with effort, into the 10-minute presentation.